to this episode of Outside the Box Videocast. Today's the 6th episode, and today's date is the 22nd of January 2013. It's the first episode of the year, and yeah, we had kind of a long break now between the episodes, and we will get into and discuss the problems that we had. With us today we have Björkan and Lasse, as usual. Hello.
Hello.
So it's a new start for the new year. Can you describe the problems that we had, Campus, maybe?
Yeah, during our last try in recording an episode, we had a guest, and then when we recorded it, your computer, Johan's computer, crashed, and the video was not stored with sound. So then we tried to do another recording, but then we noticed that we didn't get any sound at all. And then during the whole break until now, we've been trying to solve the problem with little success, until a magical night where we discovered that there's one little checker, one little radio button in the program that needs to be unchecked.
Yeah.
And then we got sound, at least when we're converting the video. So hopefully today we won't have any problems. I'm not sure. We're recording now, and then we're going to try to convert it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So if you hear this, everything works fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that could be a thing for other people who want to use XSplit for recordings. It's a good program, but it's got a lot of flaws, and there are some, for me at least, major issues with it being very, very laggy, very slow, and sometimes you just want to smash your computer because it's kind of driving you insane.
Yeah, the setup is really easy, and it's easy to get a nice layout, but the problem, yeah, we had several problems with different things on it.
Yeah.
And as you can hear as well, I won't be talking that much today because my voice is, like this.
Oh, at least. I meant at last.
Yeah.
It's been a while, so let's see if our English works or English holds. Yeah. But today, let's get back to business. Now we talked a little bit about why we've been off air, and hopefully we will start getting guests here again. And today we're gonna discuss Ogre Kingdoms and look through their army list, their rooster, and then we're going to talk a little bit about upcoming armies. And as always, we're always kind of tripping away on each subject.
Flowing.
Yeah. So we could be talking about anything in the end. So, but let's start with the Ogre Kingdoms. They got a new book not that long ago.
Yeah. And when they came out, they were really strong. Everyone were complaining that they were too strong. And then when everyone got used to playing against them, I think they kind of balanced now. And at least the ETC restrictions, I don't know how they work. It's no restrictions, but I guess they're kind of the same as at the ETC.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of unit I would want to build with few restrictions other than one big unit of items.
Against Death Shadow, so.
What? You're like...
They have the weakness against Death and Shadow.
Yeah.
Which kind of balances them out a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe too much.
I mean, to be honest, they went from a really poor army to one of the best armies.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, and the changes for the army in general is mostly the impact hits, and also that for me they got units to cover the all phases with war machines shooting
The
merged
Iron Blaster
magic.
changed the big deal, I think.
Yeah, the Iron Blast, yeah. But that's what was kind of what I was aiming for. That they now can be competitive in each phase.
Yeah.
But looking at their units, their lord choices, I think all countries are seeing almost only Slaughtermasters right now.
Yeah, the Tyrants are good as well. But,
Tyrant is great for the leadership, but you kind of want the level 4, at least for dispelling, because you're so weak against, as we said, deep death and shadow, so that level 4 becomes really important.
Yeah.
And I mean, they have some good spells and the ability to throw a lot of spells. Same base. Because of the low casting values and stuff like that, so...
Yeah. But then also, if we're going to talk about the Slaughtermaster, I've seen a lot of different builds of the Slaughtermaster. Some people build him with the fencer blades, and some people just try to use magic protection and keep him in the second rank. How would you play it? Yeah, with the crown, yeah.
I like having the toughness 5 4+ save front rank for the Gutstar, along with the champion. So I would run in with some kind of 4+ save, along with a Tyrant or something like the 4+ save as well.
And he also has the ability to heal wounds, so he becomes very resilient in the first rank. And if you have, for example, a Fencer's Blade as well, he's really hard to take down.
Yeah.
And if you run a Tyrant along with the Slaughtermaster, you have a great advantage because you don't need to take, like, I mean, I would never run General without the Earthing Node as a caster. I think that's too risky. But when you're running the Tyrant, he will be the General anyway, and you can go for, like, the Disper Scrolls. Then you don't need any scroll carry, and you save, like, loads of points there from your hero selection. So you don't waste that many points going with Tyrants instead of, like, Slaughtermaster along with the second caster.
The only difficulty is that they both are rather expensive, so you have to be very careful what items you put where, since they could quickly become too expensive to use at, for example, 2,400 points.
Yeah.
C standard.
I mean, looking at the most armies, they're playing like a Slaughtermaster, a Bruiser, and a level 2, and that's all characters.
Yeah.
The beasts. Yeah.
I kind of like the Slaughtermaster with Tyrant better, since the Gutstar, I mean, most people run the Gutstar, then it becomes really expensive and you don't want that panic.
No.
And I mean, with the Iron Blaster being able to move around a lot, and you have the Saber Tusks and everything causes panic, Leadership 10 or Leadership 9 really helps.
Yeah.
I say you can't really play the Gutstar with Leadership 8, that's too risky.
But if you're gonna play the Slaughtermaster and the Tyrant, how would you equip them? I mean, you only have like 120 points in whole spread amongst them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh, now I'm aiming at 2,400.
Yeah, that should be. Oh yeah, if you have the double 4 as well.
Yeah.
Well, you do want them to be protected if they're going to be in the front ranks, so some kind of board save. And it also depends. I mean, are we talking ETC or comp tournament?
I mean, last year we decided to always talk about the armies and
the
ETC restrictions.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. How many points you got? Like, how many did you say?
I'm gonna check. The Slaughtermaster is 250 points as a level 3. He's 285 as a level 4. And then the Tyrant is 210. So I mean, you only have 600 together, so you have 105 points for items.
Yeah.
And then of course the Tyrant doesn't have a great weapon yet.
No, exactly. You looking at last year's ETC lists, I rather like the Danish Kent Max Hansen's setup. with a tyrant with the sort of anti-heroes and a 4 up ward save. Can't really remember other equipments, maybe some like a Dragon Bane game or something, I can't really remember. And then he had a Slaughtermaster with Fencer's Blades, and I think he also used the Glittering Scales. What's it called? The -1 to hit.
Yeah, it's glittering
Right.
scales.
Yeah, right. And I like that combo a lot, and it's fairly cheap as well. So then you have two characters that can stand in the front rank and dish out a lot of damage and also withstand a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's one of my favorite setups at least.
Didn't you go for the crown last year?
Help us leave now.
Yeah, something. No, it didn't. It was Ovo crashed.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, he had the crown. Can't really remember where. He had a lot of characters in the unit. He had a big unit of Iron Guts. And as I said, I think that if you're running the Gut Star with a lot of characters, you really want leadership, at least leadership 9, but preferably leadership 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's my favorite character setup when you're running the Gut Star at least, which I think is the most viable choice.
Yeah.
Gut Star plus like 1 or 2 units or more fangs. I actually like the Polish build as well. I mean, you have to like it because it took the most points ever in ETC, so it should be good.
Yes.
And they were running like the 2 5s of more fangs along with the Gut Star. Used more, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think I can find the lists.
Yeah, we should actually have them so we don't just sit
Let's
there.
see. He had the.
I don't have it here.
Okay.
I should get it. Oh, I can use the...
Here, he had 5 more tank, 5 more tank.
Which army are you looking at right now?
Du har fortfarande mycket. Polish.
The Polish.
Yeah, the Polish Ogre Kingdoms list.
The in-your-face list.
Yes.
Yeah. Push over.
And he's got the 4 upward save on so far. Are we recording right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And also the crown. So, but I guess if you're using the crown, you have a lot of options, reforms, combat reforms, and stuff like that. A lot of tricks hiding your characters and stuff like that. You can, I mean, go on a single line and put forward the character you feel can take the most damage. Just
or just the champion, for example.
keep unit close. And I mean, you're enemy infantry unit.
Can't
You
hear you
can
now,
take a lot of
Anders.
damage. So
Going to make this...
sure.
Yeah. I mean, we can hear you, but sometimes it just cracks.
Okay. No, but as I said, if you're running into like an infantry unit or something like that, you have to be afraid because the Slaughtermaster can take that much damage. You just go in there and smash everything that fits. And the Polish list is really in your face list. It's a fast list with a lot of punch.
Yeah. But he wasn't running... Yeah, exactly. And they had a fire for 2, or was it...
No fire bellies.
Right. But
It was almost the same list as I played at the BSK.
Yeah. But I mean, the speaking of the fire belly, the hero section of the ogres is...
Oh, we had a beast that you
Also.
said, right?
Yeah. But if we leave the lords, we we could say that a Slaughter Master is a must when looking
Yes.
at it this way,
I mean,
but
you need-
the Tyrants is optional.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
We
I'd
don't
I'd
really
say,
think that you could field only a Tyrant.
you know, of course you can, but I feel like you need magic defense.
Yeah.
But for example, if you're running Slaughtermaster, you can. There are like 3 lores that are available as well. I mean, you can run Beast, especially if you go for a Tyrant, because then, yeah, there are good options for boosting your Tyrant and the units. We went for Heaven last year with a defensive shooting build, and Heaven is optional even if you run like a plus combat list, I think.
Yeah. You have 2 buffs, 1 buff and 1 debuff.
Yeah, and then you have more, which is just awesome if you're running a melee army.
Yeah.
And I like the option that the Polish list went for, where you have 2 spells which can give you +1 strength and 2 spells that can give you +1 toughness, because if you really want a defensive or offensive buff, you will almost always get it through. That's like one of the most important things in 1/8 edition, that you can have double setup of spells and then just make it go through. And then you can have that with like different lores. And yeah, it's really, really strong.
The only thing that I felt, I played army during a team tournament 4-player. We've talked about the BSK. The only thing that I felt is that looking at the Verona's wild form, the Visons, yeah. You cast it at, is it 10? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it has a range of 12. And you kind of, you don't really have 3 dices to use with it, because you're only having level 2. Because the level 4 you're playing with the Laura Maul.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, you have to roll above average.
Yeah, sure.
The level 2, I mean, you mean if you have to chuck 2 dice at it?
3.
Yeah, with 3 dice, it's I mean, it's below average to get it through.
Yeah, but with 2 dice,
yeah,
you have to roll over average, and that is for me the problem. If the spell was at 9+, then it would have been kind of like perfect.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still 3 dice. The average phase, you can chuck 3 dice at that one and 4 dice at the spell from the Overlord, or 2 dice. So I mean, you don't have to have a powerful magic phase to be able to throw both of them.
No, you don't. But in the, I mean, when you're playing with beasts and more, you don't have any. There are no spells that kind of makes your opponent use their scroll. I mean, the trick is to sit on the scroll until the combat begins.
Yeah.
And then you just scroll and dispel, and then you kill the unit. And I mean, when you kill the first unit, ogres, they kind of need their whole punching power.
Yeah, but I mean, with the crown you can grind a lot. So I mean, you can go in on a conga line into a unit that you're fairly afraid of, and then you just chuck dice till you get the spell you want through.
Yeah.
Grind until it goes eventually. It goes straight through that.
Yeah. But for me, it's kind of. I mean, it's really good to have the 3 characters in front, toughness 5, 4+ ward.
Yeah.
But still, they're gonna take wounds, and you don't want to stand there too long, because when you put them in the front, and if you're, for example, if you're up against demons, the problem is that you cannot move them to the second rank, and if you're gonna have a grind party there, the problem is that you could lose your Slaughter Master, your Beast B. So for me, maybe 2 rounds of combat, but then the combat should be over. But okay, so going to hero section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just, I mean, I don't think we really have to discuss the Bruiser too much. I mean, he's
No,
got
it's-
the BSB.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, he's a fairly stable character with toughness 5 and 4. So I mean, it's like a 4-up board save and like a great weapon. That's all you need.
Yeah,
The stat line is really nice for the points, I think.
yeah,
I mean, 195 points, it's
Yeah.
comparable to, for example, Corn Herald, which is another good character. This character has, like, it gets 2 wounds, 1 toughness. It is on a larger base, of course, but getting some nice stats
It's-
for the points.
Yeah, you got the stomp and you have impact hits and stuff like that. It's a great character.
And when you're playing, you either go for like the 4-up save, I mean 4+ ward save, put him in the front rank and tank, or you put him in the second rank with a great weapon and then just stand there and grind along with Iron Guts. But you have 27, so...
And since we're on the subject about stat line, I think we have to recognize that when he's marching, he's faster than the fastest chariot in the game. We should never forget that.
That is true.
So he's fast.
Like, oh my god, is it possible? It's the fastest guy alive.
So okay, going down to the Butcher then.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at, if we're going to talk quickly about the stat line, the only thing for me with the Butcher is that he's leadership 7.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's kind of like pretty good for what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, toughness 5 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can...
I mean, you kind of get the impression when you're looking at the hero section that although the troops are kind of expensive, the heroes are really cheap.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I mean, they are almost like other armies' heroes. I mean, like a Death Hag is 90 points.
Yeah.
I think she's a bit overpriced, but I mean,
So-
yeah, the Scroll Cat is Sportcaster, that's for sure.
Yeah. So a Butcher, you either field it with the Maw to enable the level 4 to get the lore he wants, or he's kind of like a backup or a small booster, giving him kind of like beast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beast, Heavens is also able, I think. They have a great signature spell. So if you really want a Sportcaster, you can just go for Heavens, pick the first level, you don't even need level 2 for it.
No.
And you can always check 1 or 2 dice if you have left. And that's
Yeah.
a really good spell. It's not as good like as, for example, the Miasma, but it's really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that the Ice Wizard is almost as good as the Miasma.
Yeah, exactly. They are
Just
design kind of spell.
Yeah.
You don't
With
kill
the
a unit.
leadership.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything more to say about the Butcher?
No. All the Sportcasters are kind of boring, so I mean,
Yeah, and
yeah, he's got a scroll holding.
and to be honest, almost everybody is playing like Slaughtermaster, Bruiser, Butcher. So maybe talk about the Fire Belly.
Yeah.
He's kind of nice.
Yeah, I like him. I
Yeah.
like him a lot. It's the breath weapon, I think, that does it, but I mean, he's a character other than that as well.
Yeah. I played a tournament in the north of Sweden, in Umeå. I played Lizardman at that tournament. And then I met a guy who played, I think it was 4 Fire Bellies, a Bruiser, and the Tyrant in one unit with 13 bulls. It was kind of hilarious.
Overkill.
Yeah, that front rank wasn't that easy to break.
Go in
At
there
least
with
not with Lizardman.
You go in there with a Dragon Bait and take a shower. Yeah, whatever.
But I think, I mean, the problem for... We just said that, okay, the characters are cheap, but still, when you're building the army, you don't really have that 120
No, because-
points.
No.
The units are not overpriced. I'm not saying they're overpriced, but they're expensive. I mean, they
Yeah.
cost a lot of points.
Yeah, and you don't want like 5 bulls in a unit. You want at least maybe 7, 8 at least.
For me, the main reason to pick a 5-8 is for the breath weapon to be able to take away the regen before the iron bats hit. That's like the only reason to take a 5-8, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
Because
he can also-
as a support caster, he uses
But
law of
don't
fire,
you-
and that's not really the law that is needed in the list,
No.
I think.
But to be able to remove, I think, don't you have to have the potion of speed on him as well?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
But
Yeah,
he's
you-
only initiative 2. Oh, you mean
Yeah,
with
great
Iron Guts?
guts,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
that's true. But with the ordinary troops, you need a potion of speed.
Yeah, but that's only
And
5 points.
he's
anyways.
also nice with the breath weapon as a shooting attack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's strength 4, so I mean, 4 fire bellies, they can really destroy a unit.
Yeah.
but that's 500 points.
Yeah, exactly. They all go out to prep that unit, kills it, and then dies.
Like compared
Oh,
to the
no.
Hydra, the Hydra is 170 points, or 175, and that's only 55 points more than the Fire Belly, so...
Yeah, but 4 fire bellies, they destroy like 40 white giants.
True.
And that's a lot more points.
That's
Yeah,
the same
I'm-
point.
I mean,
Okay, guys.
it's like 20 strength 4 per fire belly.
So let's move on.
He also has movement 6 as well, so he's still faster than a chariot as well, so...
I mean, yeah, talking about this is the fastest race.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, but looking at the choice that nobody is taking, the hunter.
Yeah. And he
What are you talking
can,
about?
What?
Everybody's taking that hunter.
he can actually mount a Stormhorn, and then he's moved 7 instead.
For the year 2013, Anders is gonna field the hunter.
Maybe 2. Can you fit in 2 Stonehorns? No, that's not too much fun. I
But
wish it.
is there any reason to take the hunter?
Yeah, in the Swedish comp system.
Yeah, but
Otherwise, no.
no. See,
Since we're talking ETC, no, I'm not sure. We should probably overlook it so we're not missing any builds, but
Was there a hunter fielded last year?
was it?
I'm asking you. I
No, I
don't know.
don't think so.
Me neither. So, no, it's not viable.
No, I mean you're taking a guy with a guy that costs 130 points, and then also equipment. You're putting him on a pedestal, that's fairly easy to kill, and that is huge. So you're kind of like saying, if you kill this guy, you get 130 points plus whatever when he falls down. Oh, he's kind of crappy.
yeah.
Moving on to core.
Yeah, the core section.
Yeah.
And for me, to be honest, this is the best core section in when we're looking at, there are no units that you don't want to buy.
No, but I mean, there are a lot more core units like that, core sections like that. Dark
Like,
Elf, Demons.
Listen,
Yeah, but no, I don't.
Lizardman
I don't agree. I don't agree with either of them. Lizardman has some crappy shit there, and
oh, you mean
Demons-
like some? All right.
Yeah.
You mean that every choice
Yeah,
is
yeah,
viable?
because
Yeah.
I mean, you're always going to buy a unit of Iron Guts, a unit of Ogres, and then depending on the build, you have 3 Gnoblars or...
Are you talking about the jungle swarms when you're crap? Because I can really see myself fielding like 6 of them. Need to see.
And this,
My guess is
I mean, the Skink non-skirmishers
yes.
are really good. They killed your salamanders.
Indeed.
So for me, just looking at the units, I mean, like we said, they're a bit costly, but
They shot my salamander.
Yeah, they
They
shot.
didn't kill them. Shot. And
But
killed them.
talking about Gnoblers,
Yep.
is there any
That
is
sounds
there
like
any
a
point
song.
in bringing like a large unit, or should you feel like 310s?
I mean, if you feel them, I would go for the 310s.
With or without trappers?
Without. They're
Yeah.
too expensive if you're on with them. I mean, they were really discussed when they came out, the Gnoblar trappers, but they are really expensive for diverter.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, I think they're good. I mean, the main problem is that they're only movement 4, so they're not that good at diverting things.
They're
No,
not as fast
they're
as
slower
Chariot.
than the fastest chariot.
Yes.
But I mean,
But they're
If
faster
you-
than the average.
yeah. But if you had enough of them, I mean, then you could kind of pretty easily redirect. But since most armies are only feeding like 3 units, I think they're okay, but they're not that good. I mean, you can't compare them to the Saber Tusks.
No,
But I mean, they don't cause panic.
true.
No, that's true.
But you don't need to put your Savitas within 6 inches anyway. So.
Oh, you don't
Because
play-
they are so fast that they can like stand outside of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to have them within the general's leadership because they're 1 point higher leadership than the Saber Tusks.
Okay, but then, like we said, the Iron Guts and the Ogres. I mean, you kind of have to have the Iron Guts.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're feeling like Lead Belchers, Mournfangs, or whatever. I think everybody should have a Gut Star.
Yeah. That's stars for
That's kind of boring, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same with the Lizardman. You need a Slan.
any other army, you know. But I mean, you have to have a solid core choice, and they have better grind ability than the bulls. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and armor save. So.
Yeah.
So, anything to say about Iron Guts? I mean, that's the kind of the boring thing with a lot of units in the Ogre army. You can't really. I mean, you can take an Iron Fist, a Great Weapon, or additional hand weapon, but there aren't that many choices. I mean, when you're facing an Ogre Kingdoms army, you almost kind of know almost directly what they're gonna have on the unit and what kind of
It's going to be like 9 Iron
magical
Guts
items and so
standard
forth.
of distance.
What did you say?
Like 9 Iron Guts with a standard of discipline.
Yeah.
But the ogres,
That's
I mean,
450 points. Everyone knows that.
if you're bringing ogres, you can take larger units. You can bring like 13 ogres.
Yeah.
And if you're using the crown, that's a big conga line.
Yeah.
Stretches across the table.
And then
And if you're running like the characters in the front rank, just the ability of the unit doesn't matter. But the problem is that the bulls doesn't strike hard at all from the back rank.
No.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, still, if you're feeling sorcerer with beast, if you get the Vistance in,
Yeah, sure.
I mean, they're really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so we're on to special, maybe.
Yeah. I don't think we have to say anything more about the ogres.
No, it's a pretty vanilla core.
Yeah.
Standard.
So looking at the special, we can start with the Gorger. I've
Yes.
seen some armies field the Gorger. I think mostly for handling war machines and such.
Yeah.
And I think some of the armies had Gorgers at ETC also.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was like the armies fielding the Gorgia, I didn't like them. I played Ogre Kingdoms, as you might remember the most.
Yeah.
And it's... I mean, one Gorger will just clean up the whole park if you put them close to each other.
the funny thing with the Gorger, and for me is kind of it's kind of strange that not more armies took the Gorger. I mean, it's 90 points for toughness 5, strength 5, killing blow, unbreakable.
Yeah, it's a nice piece. And it's an annoyance.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
good.
leadership 8 friends without reroll. It's like not
Yeah.
that great, but you
But you
almost
just-
always put him like 1 inch apart from the, or as close to a war machine as you can without them being able to drag it out the line of sight anyway.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be, the frenzy shouldn't be a problem.
But are
More
they
than like the
frenzy?
old-
Okay.
Right? So that I'm not stupid.
No, they're
But they're unbreakable.
yeah, exactly. But they are they are frenzy and unbreakable, killing blow.
Are they frenzy? Is there units that are frenzy and unbreakable?
Yeah,
Why shouldn't they be able to be?
I just felt
I'm
strange.
pretty sure.
I have to. Do I have the book here?
They are
They're
frenzy.
frenzy.
They are frenzy. Did
Yes,
you check?
they are frenzy.
Or are
Yes.
you just screwing with me? I'm gonna check the book. I don't trust you guys.
That's not our idea of a practical joke.
So,
Anyway, lead belchers. Let's screw the gorgers. I mean, they.
I mean, for 90 points, I think at least one.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not?
I mean, the problem
Because
for
you will have to
it's
remove
like
one
cannons.
Mornfang to get in it, or maybe 2.
Yeah, but as you said, I mean, he is a really big annoyance against
Yeah.
a lot of matchups.
Yeah.
And a lot of people you hide like their machine park behind a big block of hoarded like halberds or savage orcs or whatever, and you're not going to turn them around to face the gorger.
Exactly.
That's not going to happen. So that means you have to either waste the shooting phase or start losing machines.
Yeah.
And with some clever placement, you can put him like between 2 cannons or stuff like that, and maybe none of them can fire.
Yeah.
They're placed on a line.
And I mean, the grape shot has been kind of nerfed.
It
So
will never kill a Gorger with one
No.
grape shot.
okay. So what did you say? Lead belchers.
Yes.
I think they've become really good.
Yeah. I mean,
Love
they're like the old flamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, I mean,
But,
last year we
but good versus
fielded.
knights.
What did you say?
But good versus knights.
Yeah. But last year we fielded 2 big units, and I've kind of swung over to the side that thinks that maybe you should do like two units of 5, because you want to be able to spread your fire, but you don't want them to be too costly.
Yeah.
Or
And,
you
and
don't take
whoa, now you're lagging a
lead
lot.
belchers at all. I mean, you could just not take lead belchers at all.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
sure.
of course.
I
You
like.
don't have to take Mornfangs either, so I mean,
No, of course not. But I think that lead belchers are really nice, but they're competing with the Mornfangs.
yeah. But it's kind of, you have to decide. You're going to do an offensive build or defensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, the idea of the whole list depends on the special choices in the Ogre list, because you always take the gut style, and
Yeah.
the lore choice depends on your special, and your special is spread between Gorgers, Lead Belchers, Man-Eaters, Mornfangs.
Yeah.
And you will always take like the 3 Saber Tusks and Iron Master.
Yeah.
So, like the points that you spread out in the Ogre list is distributed between Gorgers, Lead Belchers, Man-Eaters, and Mornfangs.
Yeah. And I think
That's like the choice that you have. The other is like set.
yeah. I mean, you could either kind of like go with the 2 Mornfang units, or with all shooty with Man-Eaters with brace of pistols and 2 lead belchers. But I mean, in Sweden, okay, now we're talking about comp and not restrictions, but in Sweden, I think to go the middle way is really good, and I think it could work in the ETC restrictions as well. Kind of have like one unit of Mornfangs to put pressure with the Gut Star, and then one unit that is still gonna dwindle units down and yeah, kind of put on some pain before close combat.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Danish Mark Stinson.
Yeah.
He had like one or he had 2 units of 2 Mornings last
Yeah.
year, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then he had some sport shootings, but
Yeah.
I guess.
And then a huge Gut Star.
Yeah.
No, did he have
He had at least Iron Blast. No, he had an Iron Blast.
Yeah.
But what was the points that he took, like, from the 6x and more things that could have got in? Was it Man-Eaters or was it...
He had 2 Gorgers, so I guess some points went into that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and he also had a large Knobbler unit, 40 Knobblers. But yeah, that was like a really big Gut Star, all the characters in it. I got to play against it, and I took all my skirmishers to divert it. And I mean, you really have to stop that unit somehow, because it's, you don't want that in your like Death Star or no, exactly. You don't want that anywhere.
No.
And also, as I said, he had 2 Gorgers, and with the pressure that the units put, the Gorgers come up, you really don't have any energy in the list to take care of them. They just run around, do whatever they want, pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, the Mornfangs, I mean, it's only 2 Mornfangs, but then again, you have that big unit of characters with the Iron Guts running at you, and you have to take care of that.
Yeah. You don't want to get charged by them and stuck for 1 round because they stomp and do impact hits, and
Yeah.
if you're stuck one round of combat, then the Gut Star will get you. So okay, so Gorgers, Lead Butchers, talking about Man-Eaters.
Yeah.
Here you could do a variety of things. I mean, you could scout them, you could do with a brace of pistols and snipe. But I think a lot of lists use them with snipe, banner of eternal flame, and brace of pistols.
Yeah, you can use them, as you say, as a shooting unit, regardless of snipe or whatever.
I like the Scout Stubborn build with additional help.
Yeah, and I really like the Man-Eaters because there are so many different builds you can use with them, and also it changes the list as well as the special choices like the Mornfangs and the Lead Belchers. Also, what type of equipment you run with your Man-Eaters are also going to change the rest of the list.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And there are a lot of things you can do with them, so it's a great unit. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
More units like that. I think that would make the game a lot more interesting, because the varieties are, I mean, what makes this game fun.
Yeah. So if you would field a Man-Eater unit, I heard Johan said he wanted to scout, additional hand weapon,
Yeah.
Stubborn.
But I mean, then they're only like strength.
5. The 5 attacks.
Yeah, they're toughness 4. Yeah.
I like them stubborn, and I mean, then you can do pretty much what you want.
I mean, like the sniping build that you talked about with poison, it only works versus bad players, to be honest. Because every other person will just screen the unit that you want to snipe out. So.
But
Yeah, but I think and I've played against it a couple of times, and yeah, that's true. You can just screen against the unit for your characters, but then again, you're always going to have a unit in front of you that's always going to be in the way. He can still like snipe if you're playing with a Hydra or a bomb. He can snipe and put a
but that you can do with like poison and stubborn. head shooting attacks. You don't need a snipe for that.
No, but for me,
Get rid of the regen is really nice with Iron Blast.
yeah, but for me, one thing is that when, I mean, in the round of, in the 5th round or 4th round, when the battlefield are kind of being broken up, you're always gonna get that chance to kill that character, and you can still use the unit and charge with it. I mean, it's still a pretty tough unit in close combat.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, a lot of players are playing them as walking forward, shooting, and then charging.
And if you're using lead belchers, you might have the option of shooting the screen with the lead belchers first.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And especially if you run like Five Belly or Heavens.
Yeah.
Sure. But then you...
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you want to say anything
Next
more?
unit.
No.
No, we didn't. Next unit. Next.
The Morn
Fangs. Yeah, I've been waiting for these guys.
They're crap.
Yeah, they're coming to you fast.
Why do you play them? Stop playing them.
It's not fun.
They are
They're
half of what makes Lizardmen a really crappy army. The Demigryphs and the Mornfangs are really making. But they introduced them, and then I just threw my Lizardmen.
But to be really honest, for me, the thing that really changed, or the thing that really made the Ogre Kingdoms this really good army was the Mornfangs.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the Iron Blaster.
yeah. But for me, it was kind of like, you have an army that's pretty fast, but they don't have that many bodies, and they don't have that much protection. So you can still like shoot, and when you're fighting, you're always going to put the wounds there. But then these guys came with like 2+ armor save.
Yeah.
And they're really fast, and they hit really hard, and they grind really hard.
Yeah.
So I mean...
And the impact makes a huge difference as well, because then you can...
Yeah.
They get more stable because they have impact hits, because you can like charge into things that strike before you with high strength, and take away a couple of bodies before they can strike you. And
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, one of the toughest units to get a charge from, when looking at Monster's cab, it's like the Mornfang with a Dragonhide banner.
yeah,
that's a tough
That really hurts. I mean,
yes, that really hurts.
I mean, for me, the Mornfangs is like the way that you think of when you're going to field a good close combat unit. You always think like this: can this unit take a charge from the Mornfangs?
Yeah.
Because the Mornfangs will be fielded at the tournament somewhere.
The answer will always be no.
No, not always.
No, the
but
answer will always be Witch Elves.
Yes, yes. Witch Elves with Arkhams. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's a good counter. I mean, now, comparing the Mornfangs to the Demigryphs, I still think the Demigryphs is better, especially when they got their toughness 4.
Oh yeah.
But before that, the
Sure.
Mornfangs, or they were even, or something like that. The Mornfangs grind better, but the
then again-
Demigryphs are more stable.
Yeah, but the problem...
Removing the Demigryphs. Sorry, you go.
Okay, the problem for me with Demigryphs, just as a little notice here, is that they don't grind that well. I mean, their
They
weapons...
grind almost the same as the Mornfang.
Yeah, but still, I think it's kind of that line where either you're above it, like the Mornfangs,
But
or...
you just compare it.
Yeah, I am comparing it.
I mean, it's 4 attacks versus 3 attacks.
Yeah,
But the 4 attacks have...
that's one attack.
Yeah, but with a lower weapon skill.
Or, oh my god. 2 math geniuses are discussing. Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lower weapon skill, it's a lower initiative, and a lower save. And that's for 1 attack from the animal, which is the strength 5, the important attack. And then you have 2 strength 3 attacks with lower weapon skill instead of the 1 attack from the Empire Knight. And
Yeah, if you
for
can
me, it's not that huge of a difference.
No. But if you're comparing them just straight off the armor list and looking at both units, yes. But for me, Ogre Kingdoms is a buff army. You're gonna have a lot of buffs for your units, and the Empire kind of don't. I mean,
you don't have to run them like that, but you could. You could, for example, go for 2 units of 6 demigryphs with they have light, which is the undisputable the best for close combat fate, or even go shadow, and then you can also have like support from cannons. So
yeah. But I would be kind of glad if someone played the all-in Empire list instead of the things they're playing now. Here comes the steam tank. It's gonna stop one of your units. Here is some stubborn knights. They're gonna stop this unit, and then my demigryphs will kill that unit. I win 12-8. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Okay. Leave that.
Okay, turn. No, I'm not done. I just want to say that I think that the Mournfangs is a better unit because taking away the Mournfangs from the Ogre army leaves a gaping wound, and if you take away the demigryphs from the Empire army, yes, the army is not as good, but I mean you can still fill that hole with a lot of other stuff like knights and steam tanks.
You don't want to fit.
You take away metal, you fill it with metal.
I mean, you don't want to fill the hole in the Ogre Kingdoms army with ogres.
Oh, exactly.
Sure, I say they are. The Mournfangs are way more important for the army, but that doesn't make the unit better when you compare the units.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I mean, that's like.
Yeah.
I mean, when they take away stuff from the army and filling holes and stuff like that, when they introduced the demigryphs and the Mournfangs, they kind of made a gaping wound in the Lizardman army, which I think Dark Elves.
Yeah, but they're gonna fill it with an aquatic Mournfang unit.
Yes, it can only march. It can only go faster than the fastest chariot within 5 inches of water.
Okay, so let's move on. The Saber Tusks.
Yeah, take 3 in different units. Next unit.
Yeah, and for me, I just want to discuss that. I've been kind of. I did this like 1 or 2 months ago or something like that. I looked through all the Ogre Kingdoms list I could find on the internet, and I couldn't find anyone who played 2 or more in 1 unit.
I mean, here's where the hunter comes in, you know. Here's where the hunter comes in, because he can use, or the Saber Tusks can use his leadership. Yeah. So there you have a useful unit. You can play like.
Yes.
I mean, if you just watch the stat line on the Saber Tusks,
and he's a loner. He can't.
That's what you fill the Mournfang hole with. A lot of Saber Tusks in 1 unit. That's like. You only have to have like Visons and the Regen and maybe a couple of fighting characters. Maybe 4 Bretts from the Fire Bellies before you go in, but then you're going to destroy everything.
I mean, but I think it's kind of fun for me, is that nobody feel. I mean, they're 21 points, so they're not that cheap. But
they are still, they have a great stat line, except the leadership.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, if we're looking at an eagle in the higher armor, it's way better. But still, 2 Saber Tusks is 42 points. That's a pretty cheap diverter.
Yeah, sure.
And if you field them 2, they could kind of take on fast cav and a lot of units. They have 6 attacks, strength 4, toughness 4.
Yeah, sure.
You also have to remember, Hampus, that they are actually almost exactly as good as the flesh hounds in the demon army. It's like 1 less strength. That's it.
Yeah, more attack as well.
Yeah, but if we wait 1 second here, I still think that the leadership really takes them down.
Yeah, I mean, and also the 5-up board save. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Unbreakable is kind of nice as well.
I mean, for me, the problem with the saber tusk, and this is I think a big issue when they created this unit, is that it shouldn't have fear. Because now there's nothing you can't get rid of it in any way. If you have, I mean, for the mechanic of the game, I would have preferred that if you have a terror
But
unit.
then but that would be, they would be so crap.
No, they wouldn't, because there are not that many armies that are using terror units in that way. Because you have to have it aligned so that you really see the unit if you're going to charge
There's
it.
only 2 wounds toughness 4, come on, you need to be able to take it out. If you can't take it out, then it's your fucking fault, to be honest.
Yeah, but if you're playing Beastman, I say fuck you, man. You can't.
No, sure, but then you have like...
Ranged attack doesn't hit and you don't have any magic. You're screwed.
You have a lot of magic, but not that kind of magic. Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
And it is...
That kind of magic.
Yetis are overpriced, but...
Overpriced crap. Doesn't fill a spot in the 8th edition.
Which one?
Yetis.
Oh, exactly.
Which one? Jörgen. The Yeti.
No, but I kind of, the sound kind of went away.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I was kind of considering as well, maybe to get back to the saber tusks and other uses. Maybe you can use them like a strike.
Why are you
team
almost laughing?
like a strike team to just get that house before anyone gets it, and then just hold it with all your strength 4 attacks. Maybe. Like maybe 20 saber tusks. How much is that?
Is there a limit of how
now
you feel?
Oh my god, I've already thought of that. There's a unit cap
only
10. God damn it. Okay, there goes my plan.
Yeah. Okay, so the Yetis, I mean...
Like compared to trolls, they have the same stat line, or they have way better initiative, but otherwise same stat line. And not stupid, but they lost the regen and cost 9 points more, so...
And are flammable.
Yeah, flammable instead of regen.
Regen?
But that's the same, right?
Yeah.
And sure, there's Swift Stride and Movement 7, but no, they must play. If they had like the Frost Tower made like instead of -1 weapon skill, would make -1 to hit for all attacks, including range, then no.
Yeah.
Not even.
No, but that mean that they would be exactly like they were in 7th edition, right? But they -1 to hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they cost... No, exactly.
Yeah, some players use them. I mean, the thing that you had -1 to hit in 7th edition was way better than in this edition.
Yeah.
And also that, I mean, terrain doesn't really affect the game as much as it did in 7th edition.
Okay, so on to the rare units.
Yeah, the rare units, it's kind of like you have an Iron Blaster and then 4 crappy choices. So finished.
Iron Blaster, take as many as you can on the restrictions and
move on.
and spend the rest on the other things.
No, but
I mean, you could play like with the Stonewall or Thunder Tusk. I mean, they dish out a lot of damage.
The call. Fuck you, Anders. Fuck you.
But I don't see it viable in any way. The other choices.
No.
I mean, the giant monsters with for 250 points, they're kind of stable, but no.
No, we'll skip him. But I mean, like you said.
You logged out this? No, it's still on Skype, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm not sure. I think his computer went down. He'll be back.
Yeah.
We don't need him for now. But I mean, it's you kind of put the nail on it. you want as many Iron Blasters as you can. But if we're gonna talk seriously about the units, I think the Giant doesn't work at all for me. I don't want it in any way.
I mean, for example, when you go to Giant Fanatic, you have a 100 or a 50 point reduction on Giant, and people don't take you anyway because it's toughness 5 and 6 wounds, no save.
Yeah.
That is, it just dies to everything.
Yeah.
And all the giants are really crap.
Yeah.
Really crap.
They
What
need
happened?
like a point reduction, or
Anders,
great point reduction too.
what happened to your oboe?
I don't know. The sound just disappeared. So I just smiled and waved pretty much.
Yeah, but we don't have any. We don't have a picture.
Don't I have a picture?
Can you see us in the call?
Not right now, but that's because my computer is lagging. But I can see myself, so you should see as well.
No, we can see you. We lost you. So just turn off your oboe and
Re-invite me.
yes. Tell me when you're ready. Are you ready?
I am ready. I'm so excited.
I mean, it could be interesting to, if they made like the Giant to, they could be taken in units or something like that, or up to 3, and then reduce the cost to like 120 points.
3 giants, but I mean, what if you play against someone who can't really deal with a giant? That's gonna hurt a lot.
But
I mean, it's like, oh my God, that's 3 giants.
What the fuck just happened? Okay, moving on. Yeah.
And
I
that's
kinda
away
like
from
the scrap launcher. I think it's a viable choice. I mean, it's not that pricey.
You are aware that it's called a crap launcher, right?
Yeah, but still, I think if you're playing a defensive list with lead belchers and an iron blaster, and you kind of, it's like in the ETC when you have the restrictions, I think one scrap launcher ain't that bad.
One scrap launcher is the same cost as 4 lead belchers.
Yeah.
And then you think again.
Yeah, but
then
I'm
you should come
talking
to a
about the
different conclusion.
restrictions. Since you
Yeah, that's
restricted
like the lead belchers aren't restricted at almost any restrictions.
Yeah, the shooting. I think you could take. Is it like 14?
Maybe.
Last
I
year
mean,
it was 15, I think. That's,
Or is
but,
it 15?
I don't really like this.
but last year,
15. 15. Is
for
the max.
example, last year we maxed out the shooting for a list.
Yeah.
And it was still playable.
15.
Yeah. And we couldn't take any more anyway. And we didn't have the points to spend on the scrap launcher in either case. So.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, for me, if we're gonna build a list, or at least if we're gonna discuss the units, I think that the Iron Blaster is the best choice. But I don't really like Stonehorn or the Thunder Tusk, so my second choice would be a crap launcher in that case.
But that's just because it's only 130 points that you need to waste. If you needed to take like 2 crap launchers, then you wouldn't go for them, right? Because then...
You know, it's one of the best things to kill a Pendant Lord.
But is it...
It's
is it killing...
3 killing blow.
It's still killing blow.
Yes.
Yeah, but of course you're correct. I mean, it's not that good, but
I think I'd rather go for the
I wanted to
impact
say
hits.
something positive about the 4 other choices.
But I mean, isn't it like the Stonehorn that you get 3 impacts? Yeah.
Yeah.
That one I could
Stonehorn
feel.
is kind of punchy.
Yeah, because that's the one that you can't really kill, right? With these
Not
6
really
wounds.
kill.
It will never take, it takes half multiple wounds or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you use kind of like a little crappy shooting, it dies. You need like 20 archers and then it dies.
Yeah.
You need to divert it once, and then it's gone. And I think that's with all these large. I mean, for me, that's the main reason why the giant doesn't work anymore, because there's too much There's too much shooting in the world. I mean, all armies have some kind of shooting or magic missiles or items, and then it's gone.
Yeah. And it's the same with the Thunder Tusk as well.
Yeah.
These kind of units need 1+ save, for example. Then it could probably work.
No, but I think, to be real honest, for 250 points, the Stonehorn and the Thunder Tusk, you kind of could have given them 3+ armor save.
1+.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, 1+ is too much.
I mean, compared to the steam tank, that's 1+, and that's 10 wounds with toughness 6.
Yeah, but that's cheesy.
Yeah, sure, but that's. I mean, that's 50 points less.
But
no, that's the same points. No, no.
Okay, but arguing like that, it should have 1+ armor save,
Random
4+
movement and a cannon.
4+ ward save, 20 wounds, and 2 cannons.
Yes.
If we're comparing it to the
And
Yeah, then it will be comparable with the
if
Iron
we're comparing it to
Blaster.
the Demon Chariot, that is needed.
Alright, shall we go on from the Ogre
You have to
Kingdoms?
cut down the points. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, my sound disappeared. You have to, I mean, if you're going to lower the armor save for the Stonehorn to 1+, that means it's almost close to the steam tank, which means that you have to lower the points cost for the steam tank with the Hydra, which is 175 points, and I mean that's a lot of work.
Okay, guys.
Then it should probably lower the Hydra as well.
Yes, that means you have to lower the Hydra, and I mean...
And you're really able to take them in units and shit.
And then you're just back with having an overpriced Stonehorn.
Okay, guys. So moving on. I think we've talked about the Ogre Kingdoms, and do we all agree that it's a really good army? I mean, at least top 5.
You mean at each jurisdictions?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Or last year it was, at least. I don't know what chances will come
was
this year, but I guess there probably was 2 last year.
What the fuck is the problem with Anders?
It's my fucking Uvo, it's terrible.
Restart.
Just invite me again.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
We have had a lot of technical problems, and it's kind of annoying. But still, we're struggling on. So, there are a lot of army. I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of rumors about the armies. We now know that the Warriors of Chaos is coming.
But that's really soon.
Yeah.
Like when
February.
Yeah.
February, yeah. But then also, I mean, we've seen new units for the demons, so there could be a new book on its way. But then also, at least I have heard rumors about the High Elves. And looking at how Games Workshop works, it's not that unlikely that High Elves will have a new book before the ETC this year.
That would be interesting. But I can't really see why they need to change the High Elves. Of course, they have a crap core selection, and you don't want to take anything from it, but it's still a viable list, even if you go like non-restricted.
But now you're talking about logic.
List. Yeah.
And Games Workshop are kind of famous for that.
For their logic. For their lack of...
Yeah.
Sure.
But discussing the Warriors of Chaos, I mean, there's still only rumors, but the things that I've heard kind of makes them a little bit scary. Do anyone of you have some stats or
Yeah, I mean,
rumors?
The main thing I feel is that...
Anders, your mic.
Uvo mic.
Sorry. The main thing I feel is going to make the Warriors a lot more viable is that what I've heard, at least in Mark of Thorn, will be Hatred instead of +1 attack or Frenzy.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's like what they needed. The rerolls, they will always like the rerolls, I think.
Yeah. And do any of you know if because I don't have the Skull Crusher stats in front of me, do the Skull Crushers have friend special rule, or do they have it because of Mark of Corn? Because if they have it Mark of Corn, the Skull Crushers just lost Frenzy, which is really nice.
I will see.
I'm not really sure.
And gain Hatred.
I'm gonna check.
Anyway, the Slanish...
Now you're just lagging out.
Yeah, your sound is lagging. Anders? Oh, he's gone. Anders, you're lagging a lot. Can you hear us? Anders?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can't really hear you, so if you just wait 1 second. We're gonna check... Ah, fuck! I don't have the updated version here.
Oh, okay.
No.
But I think it says Frenzy. But
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I also think that it says Frenzy.
But they will have like both and Hatred. They will hit like a fucking drum.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
it's like a lot of people say, Frenzy kind of makes them a one-hit wonder.
Yeah,
Then
sure.
they're not gonna do that much.
Exactly. And
The game.
well, we'll just keep hoping that they have it because it's Mark of Corn. Because I would really like to see more Skull Crushers. I think they're a balanced unit. That they hit really hard, but they can't take that much damage.
Did you turn off your mic?
Keep forgetting that. Yes, keep forgetting that. No, but since there are only 2 wounds, I feel like they're kind of balanced.
Yeah.
Like anti-mic thinks is really good versus them, and everything that can't handle like high toughness. I also just cry.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I heard is that there's going to be a new chariot.
Ooh.
Can't remember the name of it. Something beginning with letter G, I think. It's going to be slower than a normal chariot, slower than the Slanish chariot.
Anders.
And 5 wounds, toughness 6, 2 up armor.
Yeah.
Not sure what the problem is.
It's your computer
I guess
or
it's
your
my
internet.
computer.
Yeah.
Bad.
But what did you say? You said toughness...
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6, 5 wounds or 4 wounds?
I think
5
it's still
wounds.
5 wounds, yeah. And the armor save?
Oh, he's gone.
He's a goner! I hate this. This fucking sucks. But I'm gonna have a look. I mean, it has to be on the wars here, yeah?
2 up armor.
2 up armor. Then it's... Are we talking like steam tank now?
I mean, it's probably like 200 points or something, so...
But
for 200 points you get a pretty nice stuff like.
Doesn't it say anything on the rumors? I have to check here. Discussion, rumor roundup.
Yeah, check
Airworks chaos.
It said toughness 6, 5 wounds, and probably a 2 upwards armor save, and slower than a normal chariot.
Yeah, I see now. Cool.
The Dragon Orders are coming as well.
Yeah.
I love the models, or the concept, but...
Yeah, they're really, really nice.
All the models are nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. We have to give them that in this book, all models are really nice. And like some guys here in Sweden have said, if they're gonna make the Forsaken a core choice, then it starts to get kind of interesting.
Yep.
Because that has always been the problem with the Warriors Chaos. Their special slot.
Yeah. I'm also kind of hoping for some kind of all tracks first in the army.
Yeah.
That would
Or
help.
like the Slash Mark.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they get hatred, it's not that important to allocate old strike first, in my opinion.
No.
Because if you want to go for melee army, then you will go for the hatred. It's so vital. It's like it's probably the most important rule in the whole game.
Yeah.
To have both plus windows.
But I mean, we have to wait and see. When you're reading the rumors, and it's almost always like this. When you're looking through the rumors, the army looks like, oh my god, this is going to be great. But then the chariot costs 250 points, and the army really becomes crap.
Yeah, but I mean, for example, the mark will probably not be that expensive, and
No.
the mark will probably be viable.
Yeah.
Maybe not for characters. I don't know if they take like 40 points for it.
Yeah.
I would prefer if they got like some cheaper units, maybe cheaper chariots or something like that, so that you don't have to take like 4 big, really hard-hitting units.
Yeah, so you can go for like Marauder chariots or something.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. Marauder cab and maybe like some kind of cheap diverter.
One thing about the rumors that I don't really like, and this is kind of like the big problem for me when looking at the Warhammer world and all its races, is this is still, yes, only a rumor, but the Forsaken who are a core choice, and they have, it says here, they have their own D6 chart where they can get kind of like mutations, and one of the mutation is always strikes first. And there's always going to be those players who's going to like take a unit of 30, and then in one game he just rolls what he needs and then wins. And I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
You always need to roll to win, you know, but...
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
At the beginning of the game, it was like, okay, I need a 6, but no, not a 6, I really needed that. And in the other game, but yeah, I got it. And it's just pure luck.
This is also...
But I think one thing that I really like is that I didn't like the Chaos Dwarf in the beginning with their Vulcan Tower models and their the base size, but it kind of grew on me. So I think that it says here that the Dragon Ogres are on 50 times 75.
Yeah.
And I think that's good for the kind of like the Monsters Cab units.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah, it's nice, and it's the same base as the Bull Centaurs.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh my god, that was
God bless you.
Thank you.
So, I mean, looking at these rumors, I think it's going to be a tough army to break. But then again, we need more information to be able to, like we said.
We'll have to wait a couple of weeks and see what happens.
Yeah.
I hope they're going to be nice. I hope they're going to be, you know, like a book that has a lot of good different choices.
Yeah.
And not just one build that is really strong. And that gets cumbersome away.
No, exactly. So then again, I mean, we can move on to the demons. They got a couple of new units, and looking back at how Games Workshop is doing things right now, it kind of felt that they were going to get a new book, but nothing happened. So do we think that there's a new book coming?
Maybe. I mean, who knows? Do they know? That, I mean...
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's kind of like they were releasing some units for the Warriors of Chaos, and then they were releasing units for the demons, and now the Warriors of Chaos book came. So maybe the demons are next before summer.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
In either case, will it be in time for the ETC? I mean,
yeah, I think so.
Now, if this is in February, it will always take like 1 month more than say, so that's like 4 months after that. That should be in July or something.
Yeah. I mean, now I'm in the R committee for the ETC, and I don't want to say too much, but I think we kind of like decided that everything that that is released after the 1st of July, we're not going to take in consideration because it's too close to the
1st of July or June? I said July when I meant June. But
July.
July, right.
That gives teams like 1.5 months to play test, but only like 2 weeks to build a armor list.
Yeah.
So I think it's like taking a chance. I mean, if you're really smart and comes up with a really good build, it could work.
When was the Empire released last year?
Oh, I don't remember.
Wasn't it during the summer?
Was it?
I think they got released pretty close to the EGC.
I think it was like kind of March or maybe April.
I can't remember. Was that the most
Maybe.
recent, really?
Yeah. I mean, then they released the Demon units and then the Warrior Chaos units and now the Warrior Chaos book.
They've had kind of a weird release schedule with the new things. Like a couple units there, a couple units here.
I think they kind of like want to hype the White Dwarf more. That's why they're releasing stuff in the White Dwarf.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's a business case in the end.
Yeah, definitely.
And then also it has been some rumors on the ETC forum that the High Elves are gonna get an update, but I'm looking at the time schedule right now for the Warriors Chaos and maybe for the Demons. I'm starting to think that I don't think it's really possible to release an armor book, but maybe, just maybe, they're gonna release a couple of units in a White Dwarf then.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's a choice. But I mean,
Definitely.
I think I could put some money on that they're gonna get a Lion Cavalry
Yeah.
in some way.
White Lions on Great Lions.
Yeah.
On Black
That
Lions.
sounds really cheesy.
With like 3 upstate or something. Maybe 2, but probably 3.
2 plus ward.
Yes. No, I could see like...
Yeah, they could get ward save. Definitely, they could get ward save.
No,
like
no,
4
they're
plus
gonna
ward
have
save.
They're gonna have a 2-up armor save, and then they're gonna have a 1-up against shooting, and they're gonna have like 3 strength 5 on the animal and 1 strength 6 on the rider. With all the structures.
And they're gonna have an internet connection that works.
Probably not.
Okay, but done for today, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
and again, excuses for the difficulties we have with everything.
Yeah, I think maybe we're gonna field Anders with only a picture from here on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something like that. But if you got any questions or just want to ask something or want us to discuss something, just contact us on Facebook.
We should
Twitter.
probably discuss the English masters that played the Swedish comp system next time.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Couldn't get it through this time, but it would be
No.
fun discussing the Swedish comp system when it's used abroad.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Sounds like a great
And
idea.
like we said, you just leave a comment on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. And yeah, I think we will be back in 1 or 2 weeks for the 7th episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take
Take care,
care.
guys.
Bye.
Yeah.